had been some other way if Olympus had burned a bunch of arms in that Sky Ridge game. But you've got two terrific pitchers going in this one. This is going to be a blast, and it's good to see Gage Edwards. We saw him Monday. Now he gets to bookend it and see if he can get himself a state championship.
You mentioned Gage Edwards. He pitched with a lot of tempo in that game earlier this week and had a fantastic outing, Dusty, as they beat Timpanogos in that one, then defeated Sky Ridge in the semifinal, and Olympus had to go both those two teams, got them both. As they come here, the starting pitch for the Titans will be Harrison Creer. It's going to be a fantastic matchup from the mound. Olympus will step up to the plate here to start off the first inning in the 5A state championship. Leading off for the Titans will be number 14, Gabe Singer, the shortstop.
Always so much energy in the first couple innings, especially this first couple of bats. It'll be important for Gage to settle into this game, get some pitches going, and just let it out, because right now there's a lot of nervous energy running through his body right now.
Talk about that nervous energy. That one well off the plate. 2-1 here, the count to Singer. Look at this Olympus team. They lost in the first round of the 5A state playoffs. They've come charging through the one-loss bracket. There's a big swing there from Swinger.
Well, it was a very good job of coming back for Gage. You saw him early getting a little out of control, missing some spots, and now that one's maybe settle him in here.
We'll go through the teams they've had to beat to get here later on. It's been an impressive feat. Is swinging through and striking out his Swinger. And a nice response by Ferguson after going down 2-1.
Yeah, terrific job. Edwards just bouncing back. He had that issue, got settled in, and now as a coach, you can't take that deep breath with him. You don't see that leadoff guy stand at first base. Always feels good.
I think I said Ferguson. Edwards, thanks, Dusty. It's early. Is up to the plate here for Olympus will be Ryder Vance, first baseman for the Titans this year. He swung through that one, and Ferguson starting off this one much like he did that game earlier this week against Timpanogos. Edwards, oh my goodness. We're going to get that right here. Yeah.
It just happens, and then it just gets stuck in your head. That's the hard part. But, you know, the tough part for Olympus, not only having to win 2 games to win the state championship, you get graduations going on right now. So your crowd's not near as big as it would be if it wasn't graduation in the middle of the state championship game.
This one hit to Shaver at short. Very sure-handed. The throw in time, and they got him out. Nice throw there by Jacob Shaver.
Yeah, it's one thing to get to that ball. It's the other to get to the ball and have yourself in a position to throw. I mean, hit off the end of the bat, so it wasn't the sharpest hit ball to that side into the hole, but terrifically handled and a great throw from Jake Shaver.
2 away here as Hayden Curtis steps up to the plate for the Titans. As he takes that one outside ball 1. I thought that one was close.
It was close. On the plate is Trent Allred. And he's a very good home plate umpire. Trent's pretty liberal around the corners usually. His only downfall, he's a Dodger fan.
This one popped to right. Coming over. There's the catch out of the inning as Connor Hughes able to make it 3 up, retired in order. We head to the bottom of the first in the 5A state championship. We head to the bottom of the first. And as we had mentioned earlier, on the mound for Olympus, Harrison Creer. One of the strong left-handers for Olympus this year on the mound. And he's going to have a good day today because this Jordan lineup, Dusty, they can, they can hit.
They absolutely. Big, powerful left-hander. And on top of that, usually, the baseball thing is to go lefty-righty. Well, he's going to face a bunch of right-handed bats. And you're going to have to be sharp here in this game. Harrison's going to have to come with his ace stuff to make it through this Jordan lineup. They scored 54 runs in 4 games.
We're going to – sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was in the state tournament. So
We're going to learn a lot in this very at-bat. Jacob Shaver will lead things off for Jordan. Dusty, he's been strong this year at the plate for Jordan. Talking with Coach Fife before the game, said we've got 7 guys that hit over 400. I mean, this whole lineup can bat and bat well, but Shaver maybe as clutch as any of them.
Well, and that he's the spark plug of what's going on. He's a more traditional styled leadoff man, good speed, gets into counts, can hit for some power. And not only that, he takes a single or a walk and turns it into a double.
That one gets through into left center. And Dusty, look at this, rounding first. And that speed of Jacob Shaver's got a leadoff double here in the bottom of the first for Jordan.
It is such a weapon to have a leadoff man that can do just that. He hits that ball in the outfield, and he's digging for 2 out of the box and not even a chance to get a throw on the bag at second base.
Early visit here after the leadoff double, and now Hunter Swap, the center fielder, will come up to the plate for Jordan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, we were talking before the game, Dustin. We said we might have an indication early of how well this game might go for Olympus. If the Hunter batters are able to see the ball well coming out of Creer's hands, it might be a long day for Olympus.
Yeah, now you got to deal with probably one of the, well, it's hard to say one of the best because he is one of the best, and that is Mr. Swab here. He's had a very good week.
Laying down the bunt. No play at third. They'll come to first, and Swap able to beat it out. A little late on the cover there, Dusty?
Absolutely. When you're crashing corners, your second baseman's got to be there. Harrison Creer fields his position, and second baseman's late getting over the first base. He has to wait a second. By the time he makes that throw, you got good speed up the line in Hunter Swap. And not only that, now you got a double steal situation here for Jordan. You can get the carousel moving here early, and I expect maybe not the first pitch, second pitch, probably you can see Hunter Swap take off and try to make something happen here for Jordan.
First 2 men aboard for Jordan in the bottom of the first. And those bats continue to look good here early. There's Noah Hennings up at the plate here. First pitch ball from Creer.
The biggest thing for Harrison is you can't start pressing. We talk about this a lot in almost any sport. You can't press now. And you had that situation. It's all right. Get yourself a ground ball and get 2 outs in this inning. You're going to surrender a run with Shaver unless you're going to get him on the first or third situation. But now it's just get a ground ball, get 2 outs. You're going to surrender a run and move on.
Trying to be careful here with Hennings. 2-0 count. This one outside, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, that one was clearly outside. Olympus fans aren't going to be too pleased with that one, but you can see from here just off the plate. Interesting, too, from Swap, 3-0. You don't want to load the bases on the walk here and let Big Bat come up swinging big.
A 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded as Connor Hughes coming up to the plate. Dustin, this is a kid that certainly has the power to do a lot of damage here.
Just ask Skyridge.
Yep.
3-run dinger on Wednesday, and a lot of moxie in this young man. And not only that, bases chucked, and he just threw four balls. He's sitting dead red on a fastball right now because he has to feed him. He has nowhere to put him.
No outs. Could be a big inning for Jordan to start off this 5A championship. Outside, and it's ball 1.
And right now for Olympus, feels so good. You had your pitching lined up. We had a good chat with Coach, and right now Harrison just struggling to get started here.
This one popped up to center.
We'll throw this ball to 3.
They take that advice, Dusty. It'll hold the runners, but it's good for a sacrifice fly as Jacob Shaver comes in.
Yeah, you got to be smart. That's a smart center fielder. You know, there's no way in the world you're getting Jacob Shaver. You keep the double play ball in order, throw that ball to third base, and Connor Hughes, if you're not going to drive in 2 or 3 with the ball to the wall or hit a grand slam, might as well get a sac fly out of it.
It's a great throw by Hodgson, though, from center, able to get that ball in and quickly on target to hold those runners. One away here is Kyson Stein, the designated hitter, up to the plate for Jordan. He's swinging at the first pitch. This one will be popped up to the second. Able to catch it was Curtis. 2 away.
That's where he's going to come off the field, and Coach Fife, he'll tell him good things, but it's going to be, watch what happened in front of you. Take some time here. You know, you hear me preach this if you listen to all the games this week, and many who have. Why wouldn't you, first of all? But get yourself into account, especially when you got Creer who's struggling. Make him pitch. Get 2 or 3 strikes, or get 2 strikes on you. Get 2 or 3 pitches in. See what's going on, and maybe you're at 2-1. You're getting a fastball instead of swinging at the first one.
Gage Carson at the plate here for Jordan. And can Creer get out of the inning only allowing 1? That'd be a major victory for Olympus as first pitch a called strike.
You mentioned, I mean, it'd be a big sigh of relief for Olympus to get out of this inning, only having surrendered the 1 run to Jacob Shaver.
This pitch well outside. Count even here, 1-1.
Should mention first game that that Creer's pitched here. Been at Gates Field most of the week. Not only that, to mention playing at home.
That one able to hit the outside corner.
Yeah.
Nice pitch.
And that's when it draws groans from Jordan. But remember, it doesn't matter if the catcher doesn't catch it. Strike's a strike. You don't have to complete the catch in order for it to be a strike.
1-2 pitch here from Creer, trying to get out of the bottom of the first.
See if you can go up and out here with the fastball.
Trying to get him to chase something off the plate. Nice eye there by Gage Carson.
You never know if it's a good thing if the guy in the press, that's calling the game can maybe do that to you. I don't know if the hitters do the same thing. 2-2, you still got a breaking ball you can throw if you're Harrison.
There's that pitch, fouled by Carson. So he stays alive here.
You know, Coach Barnes only calls him Harry. Most people call him Harry. We haven't spent a lot of time talking to him one-on-one to feel like I could call him Harry.
Yeah. I'll stick with Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a little more formal. When he's a lawyer one day and he still feel good, he's called Harrison instead of Harry.
Right? Yeah.
We're scared of a litigator named Harry.
2-2 here on Carson. Got him. That one comes inside, hits him, and the base is loaded again here with 2 out as now Drew Jones steps up to the plate for the Beat Diggers.
And that's one where you're Olympus and you're sitting in the dugout, just put your head down for a second. You love the kid to death, speaking of Creer, and you can get out of the jam. It's over. And he plunks him, and all that does is just a lot of times you walk a guy, you hit a guy right after that, all of a sudden here comes a double. And you got out of the inning with only having to surrender 1 run, and now you're looking at 2 runs. And anything at the wall, scoring 3.
Ball 1 there from Creer, and Dusty maybe nerves a little bit, anxiousness. Creer doesn't quite look settled. Yeah,
and it's surprising because he, state championship basketball player and a big part of that team. You think you come into this game to be a little more settled down. It's a little different. You're on center stage here pitching against a lineup that's been crushing the ball. They're all aware of it. Yeah, and I think he's just having a hard time settling in this one.
This ball gets through the infield. 2 runs going to come around. Nice hit there from Drew Jones to bring in 2 more. It's 3-0 Jordan.
Yeah, I feel like I snake bit him a little bit, but that's just what happens. For whatever reason in baseball, it just always follows up. And tough for Creer. You got a guy 2-2, a chance to get out of the inning. You plunk him, and now he's standing at second base after 2 more runs come in. But a great piece of hitting there by Drew Jones.
As the pitcher, Gage Edwards, comes up to the plate. Edwards watches a first pitch strike there by Creer.
Yeah, Edwards, he knows. Gage is going to take his time. This kid's going to go play at Colorado Mesa, formerly known as Mesa State. They're in Grand Junction.
Has a chance to do himself a big favor here if he can drive in another run or two. Already given a 3-run lead here. He'll come out in the top of the second to the mound.
A nice job of breaking up career a little bit here.
This ball is going to sit down and left. They're going to send the, no, they're going to hold. Initially, the sign was to send Carson, and then wisely, I think, Dusty, they held him up at third, and the base is now loaded as Noah Bachman coming up.
Yeah, very wise. Hold him up at third, and, you know, I don't want to be picking on people. We got a good, strong throw to home. Harrison Crew almost got caught being a spectator. You know, he's got to get behind. He's lucky. That ball gets behind the catcher, you got a run coming in, and he was late getting there. Just tell your pitcher, don't become a spectator. Get to your spot. Get to your backup. But, again, terrific job here. All these hitters with Jordan. And we talk about how they hit, and you all of a sudden start thinking we were talking about them just jacking the ball over the yard. No, they just hit the ball.
Peyton Yak, the pinch runner, on at first base. As Noah Bachman, the catcher, at the plate here. Again, the base is loaded. The number 9 hitter. So Jordan hits through the order here in the bottom of the first.
Hard to explain why days like this, for someone as solid as career, why things start, but it's just for whatever reason, you just get a feel in baseball, and he's got to shake it off.
That ball gets by, and the runners will advance, including one coming in. Carson scores on the plate. It is 4-0 Jordan.
Remember, Carson could have potentially been the third out of this inning, and he plunked him on a 2-2 pitch. And that's one you remember as well. And now you're standing at, what, second and third.
And 3 runs have come in since that point, right? Wasn't that 1-0?
Yeah, you're 1-0, 2 outs, and opportunity to get out of here with runners on first and second.
Nice pitch by Creer there. Make it 2-1 here, the count on Bachman.
Got to come all the way back here for Harrison.
Jones on third, Yak on second. Showing the bunt. This one fouled away. Count evens up here 2-2.
Decent thought there from Bachman. I mean, only really I think it's a good thing if the first baseman's going to be crashing. But right now with 2 outs, they're playing cornerback. Middle's deep as well, trying to keep anything that's hit on the ground and in the infield and see if we can gun him out at first base.
With the speed of Yak, anything to the outfield right now, it's 2 more runs for Jordan. This ball fouled away again.
And right here, Harrison Cruz has got to dig deep here. Come all the way back. You got to make a good pitch. The next 2 pitches, you really don't want to go back to the top of the order. Right now, you're treating it a bases loaded mindset. We're not, the bag's open, but we're not surrendering it to the 9 guy.
You just need 1 good pitch here to get out of it.
But for Noah Bachman, he's seeing the ball. He's getting the bat on it. And for Noah, take that thing the other way. Go where the pitch is. He's probably going to pitch you away here. Stay inside the baseball and drive it in the right field.
2-2. This one hit to deep left. That ball going back to the wall. It's gone. A 3-run shot for Noah Bachman. And the Jordan Beat Diggers have jumped on Olympus. It's 7-0 in the bottom of the first.
One person's paradise is another person's purgatory. And right now, Jordan, this is just a culmination of what they have done the entire tournament, all coming into one half of an inning. And man alive, how about these Jordan bats?
And Dusty, not the first time that Olympus has been 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, and Jordan has made them pay every time.
Terrific approach. We saw this Monday, Dan. We've done nearly every, well, we have done every game that Jordan's played this week, and this is how it's gone every game. They're not worried about getting 2 strikes on. 2 strikes on means nothing. Their approach does not change, and that's 1 through 9 typically.
Certainly was in that case, Dusty. It's the number 9 hitter going deep to left. Count now 1-1 as that ball off the plate.
Harrison does not, we haven't seen him a lot this year. Just does not seem to be himself right now, but a lot of guys have pitched against Jordan and not been themselves.
It was one of the things talking with Coach Fife before the game. He said, you know, we got to the Quinto, and he's maybe one of the best left-handers in the state. So if we can hit him, hopefully we can hit off these guys. He hadn't seen Career very much, but that was kind of his thought before the game, and that's showing true here in the bottom of the first.
The question for Olympus right now is, when do you decide to go with Spencer Jones? And if you're going to throw him in this game. And until you come back, you score a couple runs in the second inning, you might see him come out. You give Harrison Career maybe an inning, a third or 2/3 of an inning. But you're walking guys all of a sudden now, you know, you're restarting the merry-go-round by putting Shaver on first base.
A lot of pitches that are off the plate there. A walk to Shaver, and I understand you want to respect him, but at some point you got to get him out somewhere in this lineup. There just aren't a lot of options to do so. As Hunter Swap back up to the plate here. Another ball thrown by Creer.
Oh, wow. I thought it was a strike there from Harry.
This one comes inside, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, he's just unsettled. I'm a little shocked we haven't had any visits to the mound to go out and try to calm him down a little bit and just give him that, hey, we still love you, everything's okay kind of conversation.
There's action in the bullpen for Olympus. Just in the bottom of the first as Swap hits this one to right center. That one's going to get down. And Shaver, we mentioned he's quick. He's coming around third, just up with it now. Swap, and they're going to hold him at third. Initially, I thought might have an opportunity for an inside the park home run, but Swap will stay at third here with 2 out.
He swaps down as well, and he got to the bag. Right now he's holding the inside part of his leg, but how about Hunter Swap goes with that pitch and eats it to the deepest part of the ballpark. And you know, with the speed of Shaver, that was a run from the moment that left the bat.
Looks like it might be Jared Drube, who's one of the men up for Olympus in the pen, trying to catch the other one. Is Swap now being attended to. How about this, Dusty? I mean, for Jordan, they've been the Region 8 killer. I mean, they beat Provo, beat Timpanogos, Skyridge. They handled Viewmont 18-3. I mean, you mentioned the ability they've had to put up runs, and a lot of them, but man, no one's been able to find a way to settle down these Jordan bats in this state tournament.
You know, it's been spectacular. And, you know, talk to Coach Fife, the one thing as a coach you always get concerned with is you know that your bats can disappear before anything. Your defense and your pitching should show up nearly every game. Your sticks, however, you just never know from game to game what you're going to get, and you always have that feeling that, you know, it could go away now. It could go away in this game, and not going away anytime soon for Coach Fife. And you dare say with how well Gage Edwards pitches, the 8 runs should be enough.
You got to feel pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
And it is Spencer Jones who's up and throwing in the Olympus bullpen as Swap steps back to the bag here. Looks like he's going to try to stay on.
Yeah, last game of the year, can't hold anything back.
We know. Sorry, couldn't resist.
I know what I said.
Well done, Dustin.
Thank you.
On his A game at 11:30 in the morning.
But it doesn't get any easier here for Career. He walked Noah Hennings his first time up. But Noah, terrific stick in this this order.
Hunter Swap still in at third. There's another first pitch ball from Career.
You got to drink more water there, Hunter. Cramped up, going around third base.
Another one. And just the control, Dusty. I mean, I know we've talked about it, but it's just been an issue of getting it in the zone today.
Yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but right now, I mean, Harrison, he's laboring a lot. Doesn't look like a guy that got some good rest.
There's a strike. 2-1.
There you go. You start getting that curveball over for a strike, and you start feeling a bit better. But right now, he's just feeling unsure about anything he's putting out over the plate. He's not feeling very sure about.
Strike 2. Nice pitch there from Career, able to come right over the plate.
Hey, throw in 2 benders, and right now, see if you can go fastball either up and in on the hand so you can get a swing through it, or I'll go up and away.
That ball inside. As again, we're at 2-2, or 3-2 now. My apologies.
He's aiming a little bit. These big pitches, he's aiming, and that's usually when you see guys pull a little bit, they're trying so hard to hit the glove.
And they got him looking. Noah Hennings goes down looking, but the Jordan Beat Diggers have a big first inning. They lead 8-0 as we head to the bottom of the second in the 5A state championship on live.ksl and deseretnews.com.
Wilson is the official baseball for the UHSAA state championship. Learn more about Wilson and their outstanding sporting goods for youth sports. Visit wilson.com.
To the top of the second we go, and the Olympus Bats have a lot of work to do, Dusty. They trailed Jordan 8-0.
They got a lot of work to do, and, you know, I talked about this on Wednesday. You just got to remind yourself, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You're not going to score 8 runs on one swing here if you're Olympus. You got to get guys on. The first guy's got to get on, move them around, and you got to get a bunch of dudes on base, and you got to come through.
Spencer Jones, the designated hitter at the plate here for Olympus, as the count now 1-1 on the designated hitter.
First chance to see Spencer Jones. Threw the no-hitter a couple weeks ago. Papa Jones made sure to share that with us, and we appreciate it.
One of the things about this Olympus team, Dusty, they have put up runs this year. Question is, can you do it against a pitcher of quality of Gage Edwards?
Well, and it's not only that, it's doing with a lot of pressure on you to go do it. I mean, it's one thing to be in the flow of a game, and you're both just, it's a slugfest. It's another when it now calls for, you know, we need your Titan triple offense.
Yeah.
In this one. Maybe Coach Barnes could send something.
I was going to ask if Dowdell is here. And that foul away. Caught, and it is a first, well, it's a strikeout. Jones heading back to the dugout.
You know, that's a tough bat there from Jones. Nice job of laying off some pitches, and then he chased the same ones after. But Gage Edwards, we saw this Monday. This is a young man. He's going to work tempo. He's going to work in the zone and make you swing it.
Nick Ward hits one here to left, and that gets over the left fielder. Boy, that one looked like had trouble reading it off the bat of Ward, and Ward able to get a one-out double for the Titans here in the top of the second.
You know, when you play the outfield, especially on the right or left field, when the ball's hit right at you, the knuckles start coming out. And sometimes when they're hit on the screws like that, it's hard to tell exactly the trajectory. Your first step's always back, but that's a complete misread out there in left field. That ball was just, like I said, hit right on the screws.
So now coming up to the plate for Olympus will be Matt Lewis, the left fielder, with a run standing on second. Be an opportunity for Olympus to get some positive momentum here in the top of the second. First pitch strike again there from Edwards. It's been a common theme today for him. This ball lifted just out of the infield. And to make the catch there was Drew Jones for the second out.
A nice job here. I mean, Gage, you know what you're going to get from him. We saw this on Monday. Just going to keep working him. I mean, you're going to get some hits. I mean, you're going to have opportunities if you're Olympus, because Gage is going to live in the zone. But this is a kid that threw a bunch of scoreless innings last year, broke the state record for scoreless innings. So we know how good he is.
This one sent up high. Edwards already walking back to the dugout. He's got that much faith in the second baseman. And able to come up with it was Jones again to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the second. The Jordan Bats coming back up. And welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University. Bottom of the second inning. And for Jordan, Connor Hughes will lead it off. Dusty, Olympus has not given up 8 runs since they played Fremont back in like the 3rd game of the season. I mean, this has just not been the norm for the Titans on the year.
And no offense to anybody else they played. They haven't played, well, maybe Dixie.
Well, they didn't play Jordan.
Like Jordan.
So, yeah, right. This pitch again outside.
They've beaten last year's state champions and this year. Cottonwood knocked them off. I mean, they've played some really good teams this year, but that top half of the first inning is that's just Jordan baseball since the Cottonwood series.
Had a play sheet issue. Don't know if our catch forgot to put it on or.
Yeah, he did. He forgot to.
Yeah.
And that's something a little bit newer. I want to say newer. It's Ma and newer, but something different now. So many pitch calls coming in, like their quarterbacks there behind the dish.
It's really a very pleasant thing
when you think about it.
Yeah. 2-0. And it is Creer still on the mound here for Olympus in the bottom of the second. Three 3-0, the count now to Connor Hughes.
Yeah, you don't want to be messing around with Hughes too much. And we can say that throughout most of this lineup. But for Harrison, I mean, the hard part is you come out and walk somebody after that tough inning. It just continues to compound everything that happened in the first.
That one chopped foul by Hughes for the first strike. Hughes lifts this one to shallow center. And the catch made there by Ward, I believe, for the first out.
Curtis.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like to see Ward come get that ball, to be honest with you. You always talk about the outside man has the right to the ball. Speaking of outfielders and then on the infield, if your middle infielders come over, they call you off, you move. But Doesn't matter. Then I'm starting nitpicking there.
And really, Dusty, I mean, we've seen this trend early on. Edwards throwing first pitch strikes, and Creer hasn't been able to do that. Another first pitch ball here off the plate.
Well, part of sometimes why guys fall behind, sometimes they're just off, and Creer at times hasn't made it enticing enough on the first pitch to get a swing. But Jordan is so patient. They know they're so confident at the plate. They're not going to get anything that they're not chasing something they don't like. That's a terrific approach taught by this staff. And if you can't get guys going up and out of the zone, it's hard to get first strikes. It's hard to get to 2-0. It's hard, or 0-2 rather.
This ball hit right to the second baseman. Nice play made over there by Curtis. And there's 2 away here.
You know, so many times a pitcher gets to be in command, and typically a pitcher is in command of a baseball game. And it's finally when someone wants to take their game and throw it right back at them, that's how you're going to beat them.
I didn't catch that one.
Miracle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn.
Dusty, I just don't expect hockey references from you.
But a much better inning here for Harrison Creer, no doubt.
It's Gage Carson, the batter now for Jordan. You know, Dusty, we mentioned Jones was throwing in the pen in the first inning. He's not throwing now, so maybe that opportunity for that staff to let Creer come back in and then get the opportunity to kind of sit him down and help him get back into the flow of this game.
Yeah, and the problem is he's going to be sitting there deep in his own head because he's being DH'd for thinking about, if I hadn't just had that inning, if they go score 2 or 3 runs in the top of the third, thinking if I just didn't have that bad first inning, what would have happened?
Yeah.
He'd really be beating himself if say he goes and shuts this thing down and they lose 8-6 or something like that. Right now, you just got to put that all out and you got to finish this inning off right now.
Count now 3-1 to Gage Carson. Carson drills one to center. And the catch is made by Hodgson. And we're out of the second inning. To the top of the third we go. 8-0, the Jordan Beat Diggers on top. Top of the third inning here at UCCU Ballpark. Dean Stewart, Dusty Litster here to bring you the 5A state championship. As leading off the inning will be Nick Wankier for the Titans. This pitch high for ball one.
Mentioned before, Olympus obviously leadoff man's going to help out. But you got to get on, see if you can get something set up. You're going 8-9-1. Get some guys on for the top of this order and see if you can push across a couple of runs and settle your team down a little bit. Creer just had a really good inning. See if you can back him up.
There's a strike from Edwards. Count now 2-1. Wankier showing some patience here at the plate for the Titans. This one hit to third. Going to be a long throw, and that one, did it pull him off the bag? They got him. Boy, impressive job there by Gage Carson.
Well, Gage did get pulled off the bag on that throw from Hennings. That's a long throw, but just able to get his foot back on the bag before Winkier could get there.
The Olympus staff didn't appreciate that call. Didn't think Carson was able to secure it, and now we're going to have conversation, a little bit of a warning here given. Mentioned the first base coach was talking to the base umpire and giving him an earful.
And I know that base umpire very, very well, and he will take a lot of guff. There's certain ways that finally he gets more to the top. This guy that does minor league baseball, he does college baseball. He's not a proud guy at all, and once you warn him, it's just stay calm. Right now, Olympus is just frustrated.
Yeah.
And it's all over the place, and it's only going to get a little bit deeper. But you can say something, he gives you a warning, then you have to calm down. But right now, if you're Olympus, you're frustrated and you're just mad, honestly, you lose it a little bit. You don't want to hear, please stop.
Right.
Or not even please. It's usually stop, I'm not going to listen to it anymore.
So up at the plate here with one out will be Jake Hodgson for the Titans. Swung through that one. Boy, good hack there.
Hey, we can get cheated on that one.
Hodgson, the number 9 hitter. So to your point, Dusty, if you can get him on, get back to the top of the lineup, maybe create something here in the top of the third, try to get some positive momentum. Well, they may have been able to done that in the top of the second when they had the double, but the man left on. This ball lifted by Hodgson. And the catch made it second for the second out.
Yeah, I just got to say, I love the approach of Gage Edwards. I mean, we did the game on Monday against Timpanogos, and he gave up 5 runs. He scattered the hits on that in that game as well, but he pitches, my favorite saying, he pitches to contact. He's not going to try to overpower you.
Here he hits Singer on the first pitch. Singer will head to first. That'll bring up Ryder Vance for Olympus. Here with 2 outs.
Let's see if we can get something going. I mean, you saw there, home plate umpire Trent Hurring got out in front of Singers. He's heading up to first base. Make sure to keep everything calm. But see if you can make that hurt. Pitcher makes a mistake, you got to make it hurt.
It was one of the things, Dusty, that Timpanogos wasn't able to do, right? When a lot of times would get a man on or two and was able to shut it down after that.
What do you think of the inning where they had the catcher interference? They had runners on, it was bases loaded. Hit a ground ball to third, throw them out at home, and then you had a slide interference that ends up doubling out the inning. Or sorry, it was no outs, bases loaded, and then getting 2 outs, and now runners on first and on second and third. Yeah, you got to take advantage of it.
Couple throws over here to first. Just check on Singer. He's back on both of them in time. Pitch outside on Vance.
Important to be patient here with Vance. See if he can get something through the right side. Move this guy over to third base.
Swung through that one, the throw to first, and that one took a bit of a hop en route to Carson. May have had a play there if that ball's able to get there cleanly, but as it is 1-1.
Nice patient at bat. Work yourself to 2-1. Obviously thinking a little bit about the runner and Singer. I wouldn't be too concerned about it from Edwards. Still have plenty of breaking balls you can throw here.
This ball hit up to center and just able to make the play. Took a step in, but able to retreat. Hunter Swap makes the catch for the third out. And we head to the bottom of the third. 8-0 Jordan in the 5A state championship. Bottom of the third inning. And for Jordan, it'll be Drew Jones to lead it off. Edwards and Bachman also scheduled to appear at the plate here.
Drew Jones started that game on Wednesday. The win, Jordan over Skyridge, pitched a terrific game in that one. So something he'll remember as well.
Inside here, Jones watches that one come by, 1-0.
Career seemed to settle down in the last inning, retired him in order. See if he can stay settled.
Jones on his horse, and that throw was behind Creer. Jones thought about taking second, but he'll wisely hold up here. And let's see, I think that one should be ruled a hit.
I think it'll be ruled a hit. And a couple of things. Twice we've seen it now. Harrison's gotten caught watching a little bit. He was delayed in getting to first base. That ball's nubbed to the right side. You got to bust your tail and get over to first base. He's not there for the cover. Makes it a hard play for your first baseman in Vance. He's trying to get the out. It was a terrific job by Affleck getting up the line, because if he doesn't save that ball from getting the rubber, now you got him standing at second base. So right now the simple things in the game for Olympus are coming a little hard.
The pitcher Edwards at the plate here, with Jones on first and no outs in the bottom of the third. This ball into foul territory. Able to make a play and caught by Vance for the first out.
That's good for Creer to get that out there. Nice job of Vance. And sometimes when things aren't going well, it kind of can snowball in lots of different ways, and one being stuff like that. So nice job of handling that, because now if you can get Bachman to ground out, you don't have to go back through the top of the order.
Showing Bunn able to pull that back, 1-0. You know, one of the other things, Dusty, we talk about the Jordan bats, but how about the speed of this lineup? And, I mean, it's not been something that we've talked about a lot, but when you think back to that bunt, or the little hit by Jones, able to beat out Creer to the bag, and we've seen Shaver on the base path today. A lot of guys stretching singles to doubles, bringing runs home, and just quick on the base path.
Well, they play with a great IQ as well. So you're quick, and yet they challenge you to throw balls across the infield. They're going to run it up the line, and puts a lot of pressure on your defense. In high school baseball, as long as you put the ball in play, anything can happen.
Runner goes here on 2-0. This pitch fouled away by Bachman, out of play.
Yeah, you had a hit and run on there, and you had I didn't see what it was. It was the interference or what it was there at first base.
Well, yeah, I mean, right now Olympus saying, shouldn't he be back at first?
No, the umpire granted him second base, and that's being interference. I missed it. I had looked down.
Yeah, I did too. I just saw Affleck motioning back like, shouldn't he retreat? And so it's now Drew Jones on second for Jordan. And again, this one fouled away.
Of course, Bachman really made things hurt. It was a 3-0 ball game, and Bachman hit the 3-run dinger. Probably it was 5-0. He hit the 3-run home run.
To short, the throw, and able to make the play at first to get Bachman out. That will advance Jones to third.
Nice job of charging that ball by Gabe Singer, making the strong throw. And now you got to go back through the top of the order. So big for Creer. Remember, 2 outs. He struggled to get out in that first inning, surrendering 6 runs with 2 outs. But now he's got to go through the top of the order to do it.
Shaver at the plate. So call for time here. How about this bottom of the third, and it's the third at bat for Shaver. Getting a lot of opportunities at the plate in this state championship.
And Jake singled to start the game, or pardon me, he doubled in the first and walked in the first. They scored 2 runs. Of course, his brother Colton starred at Jordan, starred at BYU, was in the National Home Run Derby at the College World Series. Was drafted last year. They'll remember where Colton went.
Jacob fouls that one away, 1-2 here.
Drafted by the Houston Astros. He's hanging out in Quad Cities. He's a Quad City River Bandit.
Now the real test, Dusty, if you can mention where Quad Cities is.
That's a great question. Let's get on the old Google machine.
Right?
I know the Tri-Cities are.
I have family in Tri-Cities. Maybe it's grown so much it's expanded to Quad, huh? Full count here on Shaver. 2 away. This ball down the left field line, but foul. Boy, Shaver just a bit out in front of that one. That one was
put out in the
hit far.
Yeah, went out, beat it all the way to the fountain. But he got out in front of him on that one. That was a good pitch there by Creer.
3-2. High and Shaver to first. The pitch over Affleck, and Jones will come in to score. It is 9-0 Jordan.
We talked about it at the time when Jones reached first base that sometimes right now the little things are coming difficultly to Olympus, and Jones ends up scoring. And he's not only does he score, he's scoring a walk. It's one thing to walk him, but it's another thing to be a pass ball walk. And now he just literally he walked home, especially the last couple steps. So tough day here for Olympus.
And another 2-run score or 2-out score by Jordan as a first pitch strike there from Creer, thrown to Hunter Swap.
And that's 8 runs, 2 outs.
Speed at first base. Shaver goes. This ball hit to center. Didn't have to move much. The catch made by Hodgson to get out. Well, to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the fourth.
Top 4.
Little flummoxed here in the 5A state championship. Our apologies. Top of the 4th inning as Edwards still on the mound here. Count 1-0. And now the count 2-0. Nice patience here at the plate. That ball hit to right center. Good hit there by Hayden Curtis. He's going to come around to second, and they're going to hold him there. But a leadoff double for Hayden Curtis to start the top of the 4th inning for Olympus.
What a boy for Hayden Curtis. He got all that one. He crushed that ball and had him in for 2 really good arms in center field. He might get to third base, but they didn't make the first or third out at third or home. Wisely held up at second base, and now a chance for Spencer Jones to make something happen here for Olympus.
Just the second hit of the ball game for Olympus. Edwards has been extremely good on the mound today for Jordan. Outside, count 2-0 here.
Good at bat here for Spencer Jones. Should get something he can handle here. Drive to the grass.
Three and 0. Now the count.
Gage thought he might be able to get him to chase something like he did his first time up, but Jones not biting.
And that pitch in there for a strike.
Always like that. Guys that show bunt 3-0, just trying to pressure the pitcher a little bit.
Got him swinging there. 3-2, now the count full.
And it's looking a lot like that first at bat. He got ahead 2-0. He gave just like that. He let the first pitch like that go, but the first time, swung at it the second time.
And it'll draw the walk as Spencer Jones able to head to first. And hey, 2 base runners here for Olympus in the top of the 4th.
Well, I like the idea from Jordan. They're saying, all right, here's one guy that can really hurt us. Let's not mess around with him. We're going to make him chase pitches if he's going to swing it, and then we're going to deal with the guys behind him.
Nick Ward, that first Titan behind Jones. He steps up to the plate here, no outs. He's pitched low. Nice job able to get on that quickly. Keep the runners at first and second.
Nice job there by Bachman, and Nick Ward doubled his first time up in the second inning, just last inning. And see if he can duplicate it. Get that first run for Olympus, give them some positive feelings here. Baseball's a funny game. Teams get hit and start moving things around. Anything can happen. Right now it feels like nothing's possible, but in the words of Kevin Durant, anything is possible.
The 1-0 pitch. That hits the outside corner, 1-1. This pitch fouled back by Ward. Swung through, and Nick Ward goes down on strikes.
Tough at bat there for Ward. Thought maybe he'd get something going and make it happen. But right now for Olympus, it's only one away. You got to find some way to get that guy second across.
It's one of the things about Edwards, Dusty. It just feels like he has control of every at bat. And I mean, I know that he walks Jones, but to your point, being cautious there, but great response. It feels like he's just able to work through things. He's been very good at doing so today.
It was interesting. I was trying to remember this playoff game I did years ago. This is back in the 2006 4A state tournament. Cottonwood Box Elder was a semifinal. Box Elder was up in that game. Do my quick math. 8-3, and lost that game 9-8, where Cottonwood scored 6 runs, and that was one of the better Cottonwood teams the state's ever seen. But anything can happen. You know, you got to get some things together if you're Olympus, and right now it's just coming through with runner in scoring position.
A lot of it's mindset, right? You got to get some success to get that positive thinking, feeling good, But man, it's just been tough on the offensive side today for Olympus. Is 1-2 the count here. Lewis able to foul that back.
Yeah, it's one thing to get the double the wall from Curtis. It's the other one to get back-to-back hits, and that's what it takes, back-to-back hits. You know, I played on one of my favorite teams when I was 18, on the Legion team. Our leadoff man, Jeff Fielder, would get on. He'd hit a single. Matt Jukes would get up and hit a double and bring him in. And he had next guys, and everybody played small ball, and it's what we did. And so that's what you have to do is get back-to-back hits if you're going to score runs.
Chopped foul. Stay here. Another visit here from Bachman. A couple times he's wanted to just run out, check, make sure he and Edwards on the same page. Pickoff back to second. They got him. Boy, a fantastic job by Shaver. And they're able to throw the runner out. There's 2 away here.
Falling asleep at the wheel. Curtis, one of the spots you should never be picked up. Getting picked off first sometimes just happens. Second and third, that's a tough one. That just means you just fell asleep. And that was a nice move by Shaver. He's sudden. Great throw by Gage Edwards.
This ball fouled away again. And Olympus, you have a leadoff double, and you're a pitch away here from being done with your at-bat, having nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, you don't get to race there. It's never fun to go back, look in the book, see how you hit a double, and then there's a line with a 1-6 for the put out.
Just misses here off the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, make it enticing. See if you can get him to chase one. He didn't do it.
Foul again. It's been a nice at bat here for Lewis.
Yeah, he's battled. Matt flew out his first time up, so he didn't keep the inning alive. Olympus got to start finding some ways to find little successes in here, little victories.
Strikes out the side. Gage Edwards has been impressive. We head to the bottom of the 4th with the Beat Diggers leading in the 5A state championship on live.ksl and deseretnews.com. And welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark. 9-0 Jordan. If they can get a run here, then in danger of the Titans not getting a full 7. Of course, they'll still come to it bat in the top of the 5th. Noah Hennings here to lead it off for Jordan. So he takes strike 1. This pitch inside, 1-1.
That was a big thing here for Olympus. No runs. You know, you don't surrender a run, the game will keep extending, but that 10-run rule will just be looming at the end of every inning.
That one able to come back over the plate for the second strike. 1-2 the count here on Hennings.
It's always tough when you're up a lot. You feel like that zone gets bigger, and a lot of times, I mean, the umpires are human. No umpire, nobody likes to just watch a merry-go-round of walks and things.
That one fouled back. Hennings stays alive here.
Hennings 0 for 1 today with a run scored.
One comes inside on Noah.
I got a full count here.
Hennings to third. The throw, and they got him. Boy, nice job there at first base by Vance, able to keep his foot on the bag and stretch to bring that throw in.
Yeah, that's a terrific job. Nick Ward picked that nicely. And a terrific job by Vance of keeping that foot there. And it'd be quite the feat if you're able to get out of this inning without giving up a run. Only done that in the second inning. Granted, we're only in the fourth inning, but after an 8-run first, you start wondering if every inning's going to end up feeling that way.
And really, I mean, Creers, he's been better since that first inning, right? Only giving up the 1 run. It's still, we've seen him go deep into some counts, but throws a first pitch strike here to Connor Hughes.
Well, since then, only 1 walk since that first inning.
This one outside.
He had 3 walks, and he surrendered 3 walks, well, 2 in a hit batsman in the first inning, all of which scored.
That one came up and I thought it hit the umpire right in the mask.
And Trent doesn't need any help there. He's a good friend of mine, but
you know, we talk about these Titans, Dusty, and we mentioned obviously the region champ out of Region 6. They lost to Bountiful 6-2, and I mean, I didn't watch that game, but it was 1 inning that Bountiful put up 6 runs. They lose that. They follow the 1-loss bracket, defeat Corner Canyon, Skyline, Murray, Timpanogos, Cottonwood, Skyridge. I mean, that's an impressive route to get to a state championship game.
How about you have to beat 3 of the 4 teams that were in the quarterfinals to get it done, and those are 3 of the best teams in all of 5A.
So they're the region champs from Region 6, and they beat the region champ from Region 7 and from Region 8 as a walk here surrendered by Creer as Hughes will take first.
Yeah, that's one at bat. That's one guy in Hughes you're not going to mess around with. They saw the Skyridge game. They know who Connor Hughes is. They're not going to go pickle the beast and start throwing him fastballs in the zone and let him go deposit one in the fountains to be the 10th run. Got him on first base. Now you got Stein coming to the plate. See if we work him down, work him away, get a ground ball.
1 out here.
He's done well on Stein. Stein's 0 for 2, flew out to second, grounded out to second. In fact, Stein and Connor Hughes now, but Stein is now the only hitter in the lineup for Jordan who has not reached base in this game.
Stein tried to on that one, took a big swing, but swung through it 1-1. Runner goes, and that one can't be handled behind the plate as Hughes will advance to second easily.
Got to catch the ball first, and Affleck got a little trigger happy and dropped the ball in the exchange.
So that 10th run now sitting at second base here with 1 out. And it's 3-1 here on Stein with first base open. You walking him here, Dusty?
I'm just going to grant the walk. No, you got 2 outs. There's no easy spot in this lineup. I mean, Gage Carson's walked and flew out to center field, but you want to go mess around with Drew Jones again, who's 2 for 2. You want to mess around with Gage Edwards in this inning. You know, you got to get this out.
This one hit into right. They're going to bring Hughes home as Carson Stein delivers on the RBI. The throw just late. Boy, that was closer than I thought it might be, but the speed of Hughes able to come across. It's 10-0.
You know, that's one of those ones where you always throw to your cutoff man. That's one from Nick Winkier. If that ball's elevated a little bit and it's through the arms, you might have Hughes at the plate, but because you had to go through the relay, it gave him plenty of time to score.
And now looks like we are going to get a pitching change here. Looks like Spencer Jones going to come on for the Titans here in the bottom of the fourth, with the Jordan Beat Diggers leading in the 5A state championship 10-0. Bottom of the fourth inning, pitching change here for Olympus, as now we will see Spencer Jones here with one out. And up at the plate is Gage Carson for Jordan.
Yeah, obviously important here for Jones. He's got to get on top. They were hoping to be able to save him and get a win in this one and let Jones throw the next one. But right now it's shutdown time, and you cannot let this get to 11 or 12 on it when you haven't been able to push across run in your first your first four at bats. You know, you're going to find a way to manufacture a run. Walk, bunt him to second base, and see if you can get a hit.
Yeah, one has been hard enough to try to get 2, 3, 4s. Going to be a pretty big task at this point. 1-1 pitch here to Carson. Taken for a strike two. He didn't like that call.
No, he didn't. And again, it's not how it finishes, it's where it crosses the plate. We're shielded, so I'm not going to get too aggressive on the umpire.
Right. 1-2 pitch. That one fouled away. Is Carson able to stay alive here?
Always if Gage Carson, you shorten up this this approach so you can push this thing the other way if that's where it's pitched. And if you Spencer Jones, I mean, ball and 2 strikes, you want to bounce it and take the double play ball out of order. So maybe working him down and in here.
That one inside. Olympus was hoping that was going to be a strike 3.
That was close. So miss him inside, see if he can come back outside.
Runner goes here on 2-2, and Affleck had trouble getting that out of the glove. Boy, nice job there made at second base, even though I mean, the throw didn't have an opportunity, but Curtis able to stretch and keep that ball from going in the outfield.
And Affleck's going to be really frustrated himself. I mean, that's twice now where you get a fastball. Spencer Jones, only that, you pitch him up and out. And he goes. I mean, that's tailor-made to gun him down and just could not get his hand on the ball.
3-2, this ball to left and just foul off the bat of Carson.
Really good bat here by Gage. He's seen every single pitch that Jones has had maybe once or twice. So he's worked this one really, really well. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Tough to do on a new pitcher, too. Full count, high, and they will put Carson on as Drew Jones coming back up to the plate here for Jordan.
Yeah, that's an earned walk there. I mean, that wasn't one that was just granted by Spencer Jones. That one's earned. That was a really strong at-bat from Gage Carson. And now, you know, Drew Jones, Gage Edwards, Noah Bachman, your job does not get any easier. You know, I talked about the 7, 8, 9 hole thing on Wednesday a lot, that you kind of want that to be a spot where it's 1 for 9, 2 for 10 kind of situation throughout a game between the 3 guys. And this is not the case here. 7, 8, 9, you still got to be battling if you're Spencer Jones.
They're going to pinch run here as Jackson Hughes will come to run for Carson. One away here. Bottom of the 4th. Affleck able to keep that ball in front of him. 1-0.
Yeah, important to, number one, if you're Jordan on their side, you want to extend this lead, get it to make them score 2 runs.
Off speed pitch there from Jones. 2-0 the count.
And that one just misses up. Looping breaking ball.
Fastball high, 3-0.
Don't want to lose him here. Got to battle all the way back.
There's the first pitch. Well, the first pitch in that battle to come back, called strike.
Coach Fife would be interested to see if he gives him a take, or he's been erratic here. Take and see if you load him up, or if you give him the green light, let him juice a fastball here.
Boy, Jones couldn't resist on that one, 3-2.
And that's one where, tell him, if you take your shoulder off the bat, if your bat leaves your shoulder, you better be swinging. And not only that, better be your best cut.
Yep. Full count here. Fouled away. Drew Jones stays alive.
Yeah, I'm sitting, you're throwing down old number 1 on every pitch here.
Give
in
him
my
the heater.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
In every pitch here. I'd be really frustrated giving up a walk on a breaking ball.
Fouled back again.
Yeah, you got to have him swinging here. Right now, it's not about just pitching for outs. You're trying to get a ground ball to get out of this inning, get out of the jam, so you can come back inside and score 1 run. You start fooling around, trying to throw breaking balls and fool a guy, you're going to be looking at having to score 3 runs.
Out in front of that one, fouls it away.
Threw the breaking ball for a strike there.
Three 3-2 pitch again here from Jones, 1 away. Ended up taking that one off the foot.
And Spencer Jones might not be able to pitch next year. How many pitches he's having to throw here just since he came in. It was a 9-pitch at bat. Pardon me, 8-pitch bat against Gage Carson. And right now, he's an 8-pitch at bat here.
Jones takes ball 4, and man, Dusty, they are really making Spencer Jones work from the mound.
Well, it's kind of the nice thing being up 10 runs is that he has to come to you. And not only that, that's also the approach. He's got runners on first and second. He has nowhere to put you. You're getting your pitch and nothing else. You're looking at a certain zone. You're looking in an area. And you get that pitch, you're going to drive it.
Spencer Fife going to come up to the plate here to pinch hit.
Coach's son, obviously. And come in for Gage Edwards. We can see some young guys coming on, as Noah Bachman will not be coming to the plate if that spot is to come up in the order.
Bases full for Fife as he watches strike one. Swung through that one and quickly Fife down here 0-2.
Nice response from Spencer Jones. And now good morning, good afternoon, and see if he can throw him good night.
Outside.
Let's see if we get the youngin to chase after it. We come back with the fastball here, maybe elevate a little bit.
Fife able to foul that one back to stay alive here. So as of right now, Dusty, they're, what, 64 runs, and this is their 5th game?
Fife's down on strikes. Took off running on the swinging third strike, but
base is full. That's yeah. So now to pinch hit will be Cody Sherwood. You mentioned, Dusty, we wouldn't see Bachman. It is Sherwood at the plate here for Jordan with 2 away in the bottom of the 4th.
They're already through the Forest.
One foul away.
How about the year for the Jordan Beat Diggers? I mean, if this is the last time you're going to see them come to the plate. Terrific year. You had that, Coach Fife, every time we talked to him, he brought up going to that national tournament. Very proud of that 4th place finish in California. And, you don't win the region. He also told us something interesting. He said that Cottonwood Jordan was scheduled to be the last series of the year up until like right before the year started. And then the region representative got a hold of him and said, well, actually, we had to move it, and it's not going to be the first series.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, well, there was the carrot goes right at the very beginning. And, and he told his guys, he said, look, after they lost that series 2-1, he said, look, all we're going to do is get better. He said, this isn't deciding our season. We want to be peaking at the right time, be peaking in April and in May. And peaking they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they rose up that mountain pretty fast, Dusty, and they've stayed there. I mean, it's been phenomenal to watch them, their bats, the pitching. And it's just been one of those teams where it's like, man, I don't know if anyone can slow them up. And thought maybe the pitchers of Olympus could today. But, I mean, that first inning certainly showed that the bats of Jordan can deal with pretty much anyone. Swung through that one. Is Spencer Jones able to strike out the side? We head to the top of the 5th. The Olympus Titans come to the plate. Top of the 5th inning, and maybe the last opportunity for the Olympus Titans here in the 5A state championship game. Dane Stewart, Dusty Lister, coming to you from UCCU Ballpark. Dusty, Olympus in dire need of getting something across the plate.
The dire need of making something happen for sure. And starting off with A.J. Affleck with that home run on Wednesday against Skyridge.
And how about Gage Edwards? I mean, a 2-hitter at this point.
And not only that, 2 doubles and into either gap as well. So he's done a great job, though.
As Affleck takes a big swing and misses.
Trying to extend the game on one swing right there from Affleck. Don't blame him. He was looking fastball, got it, and he just missed it.
Well, they put base runners on in the last inning, couldn't capitalize. At this point, it's kind of any way you can do it. This one fouled. That will not be playable. It was close. Carson couldn't get there before it went over the fence. Count says 1-2. I don't remember a ball.
It's 0-2.
Okay, thanks.
Got him swinging at the first 2. Not to sound rude, now you throw him a chair with the breaking ball.
Affleck takes this one to deep left. That ball back, and it is gone. A.J. Affleck, a solo shot in the top of the 5th to put the Titans on the board.
I don't want to say I called it, but didn't I say? Great job by Affleck. Not only that ball was in the outside, and he's able to turn that thing the other way, and that's a big boy with a lot of power behind him. He put that a good distance up that berm, and we will see a 6th inning.
And good on him, right? I mean, that time, Dusty, he took a big hack at an earlier pitch, missed it, but he was all over that one. He takes Edwards to left field, and to your point, Dusty, we got one more at least. And now Wankier at the plate for Olympus. Pitch high from Edwards.
I'll see if that can be something we can build for here for Olympus. And heck, if you're going to score 1, why not score more?
Wankier flies this one to deep left, and that ball caught. 1 away. Stepping up to the plate will be Jake Hodgson, the center fielder. Again, first pitch high from Gage.
Hodgson's only plate appearance popped up to second base. And worked himself into a 2-0 count here.
I mean, that's a remarkable thing. I know that, Shaver is the leadoff man and Hodgson bats in the 9-hole, but top of the 5th, it's his second at bat, and Shaver was on his 3rd at bat in the bottom of the 3rd. It's just been, the productivity of these various lineups today has been quite different.
But down 3-1 here, you got to not necessarily protecting here. I would be shocked if he offers it this 3-1. You want to start this thing all over again. You got to have base runners.
And there's one now for Olympus as Hodgson draws the walk. To first base he goes, and stepping up to the plate will be Gabe Singer. Top of the lineup for Olympus coming up.
Singer 0 for 1 today. Struck out in the 1st, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. And now a chance for Gabe to come through and keep moving things along here for Olympus. Is again, if you're going to, like I said earlier, if you're going to break up the 10-run rule, you might as well just shatter it.
They could use a big inning, Dusty, as Singer swings through the first pitch there from Edwards.
Bet you whenever you come up after a walk, there's always that tendency to go offering at that first one. And the other one is that if you just stay, you pick your zone, you know where it is, see if you can lay off it. If you get another ball, you might find yourself in a 2-0 situation. You are getting that grooved fastball.
That pitch in for a called strike. 0-2. Again, over to first. You're able to get, or excuse me, Hodgson able to get back. That one gets past the catcher as Hodgson now to second base.
Remember, Noah Bachman not in at Sherwood. Sherwood on the dish now. As Bachman can re-enter, but he has to re-enter back in that spot.
Nice to see some signs of positivity here from Olympus late in this game, Dusty. It's been a tough game. You know, certainly not the way they hoped or thought it would go given their success this week, but nice to see a response, albeit late, from the Titans.
Well, remember, it's one inning. I mean,
yeah.
You think of their state tournament run right now, if they were to drop this one, your 2 losses are games where you give up all the runs in 1 inning.
And Singer swings through that one. He's down on strikes. No, you're right. I mean, we mentioned that. The Bountiful game, 6 runs in the 1 inning. Here it's been 8 in the first.
Yeah, so that's kind of the bigger one. And not only that, your lowest run production. That's typically how it goes, obviously. But you'd like to lose some games 9-7, 10-8, things like that, rather than, you know, you score 1 to 2 runs and there's 2 losses, because that's just, in some ways, as a coach or as a player, you get a lot more time to come to grips with what's coming, rather than losing in those slugfests. But it always feels a little bit better to say, you know what, but we played our best game offensively. We hit the ball. We just weren't able to get enough stops and make the pitches when we needed to. It's quite the other one to say, you know, it was 1 inning that just was our undoing.
Well, in this one, it just avalanched so quickly. I mean, all those runs coming in with 2 outs, that close to get out of an inning. The next thing you know, there's 8 on the board. It's a count now 3-0 to Ryder Vance. That's a 4-pitch walk. 2 men on here now is coming up to the plate, going to be Hayden Curtis, the second baseman for Olympus, and we're going to have a visit here to the mound.
And Coach Fife's going to come out and talk with Gage and just kind of recenter him a little bit. Don't imagine he's too tired. He hasn't thrown a ton of pitches until this inning, really. The 4th inning threw a little bit more, but just remind him, hey, just stay calm. You got to get back refocused. Sometimes you get a little lax. You see the run differential, you get laxed and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to get him recentered. But now you got Hayden Curtis coming to the plate. Remember last time Hayden came up was the double all the way to the right center wall. He does that. He scores 2 runs. And game will extend even further.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, Jordan had the ability to put up 8 in the first. And, I mean, this Olympus offense is not the Jordan offense. But, hey, you get 3 here. Can you get another 2 or 3 in the 6th? I mean, you can start chipping away at this lead. Important for Jordan to take care of business here. Is another first pitch ball here from Edwards.
Yeah, you shut it down before they start getting too much belief in him.
Right.
Right now they're kind of waking up just a little bit. They're kind of wobbling.
Stirring.
Yeah.
2-0.
6 straight balls from Gage, and kind of saw that in that at bat against Hodgson.
This ball popped up. That'll stay in the infield. Shaver under it. And there's the 3rd out. But the Titans get 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 10-1 in the 5A state championship on live.ksl and deseretnews.com. Bottom of the 5th inning here in the 5A state championship. Jacob Shaver will lead things off here for Jordan. 1 run and the contest will be complete. The 10-run rule would be in effect.
Yeah, I misspoke earlier. I was getting ahead of myself a little bit. And, of course, Jordan scores 1 run in this inning in ball game.
Can Jones shut it down for Olympus? First pitch strike there from Spencer.
Shaver's 1 for 1, singled and scored a run in the first inning. He's walked his last 2 plate appearances.
So watches ball 1 come across the plate low.
Point for Jones. You don't want to be giving anything up here. You're going to pitch this as though it's a 1-run ball game. You got to stay tight. You don't want anybody getting to second base.
Pitch inside, and Jones now down 2-1 in the count. That pitch on the inside part of the plate. Shaver thought it was inside, but I thought it was a great pitch and a good call from the umpire.
Thought about Trent. Trent's consistent. He has his zone. You can find him inside. You can nibble on the corners on him.
2-2. This one high. Count now full on the leadoff man for Jordan.
Yeah, you got to bring it here. You do not want anybody reaching first base.
Especially with the speed of Shaver. I mean, he's already put that on display today. Shaver fouls it away.
And right now, Shaver feeling defensive. He's going to have to shorten up that stroke. Doesn't want to just give away at the at-bat here.
Shaver hits one to left center. Retreating and caught. Nice play by Hodgson. Tracked it the entire way. There's one away.
And Shaver just missed that one. At least we get some more power on it. Kept it off the barrel of the bat. Nice job by Spencer Jones. But he's not out of the woods yet. As Taylor Swift says, they're not out of the woods yet.
Hunter Swap at the plate. With one away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll do. Swap on first with a first pitch single. As Noah Henning steps up to the plate here with a man on.
How about the day for Hunter Swap? 3 for 4 with the run scored. Got it. 2 singles and a triple.
A pitch inside on Hennings.
She mentioned Affleck no longer on the dish.
Catch there. Is that Joseph Walker, the new catcher?
At 27.
Affleck responsible for the lone Olympus run in the championship. Is Jones able to throw the strike, count 1-1. That one got by Walker. And Swap able to advance to second on the pass ball.
Yeah, those are ones you just start shaking your head at if you're on the coach's staff of Olympus. Like, we have one out. You don't necessarily think you're just going to double off Swap, but nothing else. On the pass ball just puts him in scoring positions. Now something in the air, well, anything that reaches the outfield, most likely going to score Swap from second base.
Another pass ball, and now Swap going to head to third. Is the count here 2-2, and the game-winning run, Dusty, just 90 feet away.
Yeah, the state championship is just 90 feet away for Jordan. And you got to bring your best stuff here for Spencer Jones.
Two-two pitch. This one fouled away. Hennings knows that anything to the outfield, even a sacrifice in this ball game, is over.
I always love the reaction on foul balls that are clearly foul. Whoa. That's all that was a bird. Yeah. But, of course, he knows anything hard is a ball game.
Infield in here, trying to prevent that run from coming across, is fouled away here by Hennings. We have Coach Fife come out and make a change on the base path. Is coming in to run here will be Ricky Medina.
Give Hunter Swap a chance to get clapped off. But whoever is the scores, there's going to be a scrum here. See if Jones can get out of it. 2-2.
Again, fouled away here by Hennings. Two pitch.
Yeah, I would want to get beat on my fastball. You're going to beat me. I want you to beat me on my pitch, whatever that is for Spencer Jones. I'm going to lose. If this is going to go down, it's going to go down on the pitch I want to throw, and you're going to get me that way.
Hennings a nice defensive at bat here, fouling a few of these away. Two pitch, Hennings to center. Medina tagging. The throw. And it's in there. The 5A state championship belongs to the Jordan Beat Diggers. 11-1, they defeat the Olympus Titans.
Well, these Beat Diggers did it in spectacular fashion. 63 runs. I believe the run differential, if I'm right now, if I hadn't kept track of it, would be 63-12.
What a year for Jordan. Dusty, I mean, we had mentioned it, the number 2 seed out of Region 7. They went through the Region 5 champion Viewmont Vikings that defeated Timpanogos, Sky Ridge, and now Olympus. No doubt that the Jordan Beat Diggers very deserving of this 5A state championship. Dusty, you are player of the game.
Oh, mercy. Player of the game. There's so many guys you can go with, but Noah Bachman. I mean, the 3-run dinger ends up cleaning this one up. I mean, it's easy to go Gage Edwards, and I'd done that, gone pitchers on other ones, but, you know, it was a great job by Gage Edwards, pitched a terrific game, 3 hits, you know, on the day, and for Olympus on that great run, but our University Federal Credit Union player of the game, I'm going to go with Noah Bachman with that 3-run bomb.
They got it done when they needed to. 8 runs in the first inning for Jordan, and of the 11 scored, 9 of those coming with 2 outs. The Jordan Beat Diggers, the Bats, deliver the 5A state championship with an 11-1 victory over the Olympus Titans. Thank you for joining us, everyone. For Dusty Litster, Thompson Coles, Ryan Rasmussen, my name is Dane Stewart. The Jordan Beat Diggers are your 5A state champions. And a reminder, we'll have the 6A state championship coming up here in just a few minutes on live.ksl and deseretnews.com.
Direct your attention to the home plate area. The Deseret News Trophy presentation. Making the presentation from West Schwab is Jimmy Sandler and Tom Sherwood, principal of Brighton High School. Representing Utah High School Achievement Association is Rob Cobb. Congratulations to both teams for their efforts to presenting sportsmanship. The second place trophy is presented to the Olympus High School